Hello and namaste. This is 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗏 once again. Welcome back to my channel, Financial Market Analysis Twist by 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗏. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss something regarding the Indian stock market or the overall stock market in the world, the direction, and also regarding this recent St. Petersburg International Economic Forum which I attended. Some tidbits and for the gist of what was the thought process about India and how this is going to be the world in future. So before starting this video, just a request: if you like this video, you please put a like and share it with the maximum people so that YouTube also promotes and people get benefited from it. And also I have a format where for personalized investment and business consultancy, regarding the personal investment in some stock specific ideas and stock specific discussion. It's on a nominal chargeable basis. It's not free, but it's a very nominal chargeable basis, and you can contact me by sending me email. My email details are given in the description box down below, and then we can set up that meeting. So, and also a disclaimer that whatever the ideas and discussions which I do it here are based on certain data and my analysis of those data, and you are requested to do your own due diligence and research before acting on the advice, as I am no way responsible for your decisions. Thank you. So let's start. So one must have seen that market is going nowhere, and as I had told also in since last almost 8 months, I'm talking about that the market which I see is that particularly the Indian and the Nifty 50 index which I see is that only going down to 14,500, and if that if the overall economic situation in the world, geopolitical situation remains stable by that time, then it may stabilize around that time, and that may become the rally point or the base point for the investors to get into the market. But as of now, I don't see any chance or any level as such to get into the market, and I don't see any comfort zone also, because the way the geopolitical situation is taking shape, it's not stabilizing. It's remain flux. It remains in that kind of a fluid situation where still nothing is kind of decided, or what you can, that the level is not found and stabilizing. Base is not formed. So overall, as you know, that energy prices will remain high, as we have been keep discussing about this. If with the high energy prices, and everything will remain very expensive, because the manufacturing and the input cost will go up significantly, and because of that high energy cost, high manufacturing cost, resulting into the high overall cost of any commodity or any things, any services, that will reduce the demand for consumption growth, and as such, and also because of that, the disposable income remains, because of the high inflation, the disposable income remains depressed or less, and we are not going to see that kind of a consumption growth which most of these fund managers and the wealth managers and analysts talk about. So my advice is, this is my view, is that there is nothing like safe zone investment. Safe zone investment is only the recession proof of inflation proof investment is in gold. Okay, so you can invest in gold and silver, those kind of precious metals, so gold particularly. And in the stocks, I still see that even though there may be not more than 10% downside in most of the segments and the stocks from here, 10 to 15% maximum, but that doesn't mean that it will start rallying from that after the 10 to 15% correction, because the world over the situation which we believe after my interaction in the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, And what I understood that this conflict which is going on in the Europe between Russia and Ukraine, it conflict will only continue to simmer at its bonds. What you call it, shimmering. It will keep on shimmering. It will not douse. It will not spread much more, but it will keep shimmering. And because of that, your energy costs will remain high. Your because of the sanctions, the overall logistics and shipping problems will be there. So that will also keep the cost of shipping and logistics freight very high. Combined with this, because of the sanctions, this financial system is also has to adjust to a new way of transactions, and because of that also the transaction cost, what do you call, that also goes up. So that also keeps the prices of the goods high. So overall, the situation is only going to be, this year I don't see that any kind of a stabilization or the solution happening so that market has reason to cheer and go up higher. I don't think so. That is going to happen. So we should not be in any hurry. That's my view, is that one should not be in any hurry to invest into the stock immediately, because fund managers, analysts, they can keep on advising that okay, markets have come down, you can invest for the long term. But the thing is that markets may have come down, but it may remain there for a long time. It may not go anywhere. So suppose it may remain there for 1 year. So what is the point of that, blocking your money? So, for trading purpose, okay, there may be opportunities and all these things. But the wealth manager, fund managers and brokers will keep on telling that this is the time to buy and sell and all these things, because without those kind of a trading advice, how they will survive? Because they keep on earning brokerages, right, for every buy and sell. So if you don't do that, if you don't invest, or if you just invest and hold, then how they are going to make money? So that is the reason you will keep on seeing daily people coming and giving those kind of buy and sell and all this advice. But for a long-term investor, my advice is just if you have already sold, when I was talking about all these things that market may go down very badly and very low, time to sell most of these metals and all these things 6 months before I had told. So if you have sold, that's well and good. If you have not, now there is I don't see much point also in selling at this point of time. So you can just keep hold and wait for the things to, and the economy and inflationary pressure to stabilize. But other than that, if somebody says that go and buy into these stocks, as of now, I would just suggest that wait, because still the situation or the market has not stabilized. So when there is no stability, that means it has a chance to drift downwards. If you look at the chart also, if you believe in the technical this thing, so there is a drift downwards. That bias is towards a downward. So when there is a bias towards downwards, then there is no level which nobody knows that when it will stabilize. So it's better to remain out of the market and watch closely. And if you have money, as I told you, then better to buy gold, because gold has come down significantly from that top level of $1,900 plus some dollar sounds. Gold, silver, these are the really good commodities, or what you call, not commodities but precious metals. And from the time the mankind history has come into existence, from this world has come into existence, gold has remained the foolproof, recession proof, inflation proof, and the investment or what do you call that, asset for your any bad times to get over, to help into this. So this is the best asset which always remains in popularity, and with that asset you can always buy or sell something, anything in the world basically. So that is also the reason that I just wanted to share my these thoughts with you, that don't get into the consumer stocks also, and people there is no consumer discretionary, because the consumer will not be there, then where is the discretion will come? With this kind of inflation, it will remain high. Inflation is going to go in worse. And the situation, and with this kind of climate change is also, environment is also a big issue. The way you have seen, the way I see here, that there is no summer. Even though it's a summer time, it should be nice and hot weather. But I was in St. Petersburg, I in Moscow. It's not sun. It's cold, wind around 20 degree, and that is not good for the harvest as such here also, because Russia, this is the harvest time, this is the agriculture time for them. And in India, contrary to that, very hot weather also. So you are going to see the crops, that harvesting yield will be less than what is the expected. So that is only going to worsen the food crisis or the food inflation in India as well as in the world. So all these matters will keep on shimmering at its edge, and that is the reason my advice is just stay off the market. And if I will find something, some unique or interesting concept or idea in between, if it clicks in my mind, I will definitely share it with you, as you know that. And also I will share some of the tidbits from St. Petersburg Economic Forum regarding what Russian businessmen and the government thinks on cooperation with India, and there is a lot of potential for those. And I think Indian businessmen, particularly small medium businessmen, has to orient and look towards this, a huge opportunity. And first time we see that there is a huge positive bias and feelings towards business with India. So this is what in nutshell, I will share more details in the next video. Till that time, love you all, and ciao from Neeraj from Moscow. See you next week.